guess is this. It doesn't say this, but this is kind of reading between the lines. I think because she had been around and heard the stories of Jesus, and my guess is she's heard him speak, because he speaks everywhere he goes. He's constantly teaching. And there was the Sermon on the Mount, which a big crowd. He had the Sermon on the Plain, another big crowd. And I believe she's in the area, and she's been interested, because everybody's been interested. Jesus is the thing of the day. She's gone out and she's listened to Jesus. She's listened to his powerful messages, and Jesus has touched her life, because that's just what he did. Because she's just one of these women that know her sin, because everybody made sure she knew her sin. Nobody let her off the hook for her sin. And they constantly reminded her about her sin. And here comes this guy who loved her anyway, who didn't treat her like everybody else treated her. This is a guy that actually offered hope. This is a guy that gave her the gospel, that even a person like her could be right with God again, that her sins, all of those sins, that mountain of sins, could be forgiven, and her whole life changed. She could be made new. And that day, she listened to Jesus, and I believe either it was in that moment right there, she says, I want what he's offering, and she just rushed to take it, or maybe she processed it through the day, and that night, finally in the evening, it clicked in, and she just on her own said, okay, God, I repent. I realize I'm a sinner, and I realize I can't save myself, and I've done so much wrong, but please forgive me. I throw myself on the mercy and your grace. Save me, just like Jesus said you would. And I believe God did this miraculous thing that he does when somebody really embraces him, when they really repent, and her whole life changed from the inside out. Her heart was transformed, and she had this new hope and this new joy, and she just had life.